Fine. Good afternoon to you all students. Hi students, how are you? I hope you all are fine. Students, are you revising daily's portion? So have you all studied till yesterday's portion? So have you all studied or not? So yesterday I asked you to study built-in functions, isn't it? So del of function, papa function, lot of functions yesterday you have studied. So I asked you to study that built-in function tabular column, isn't it? So have you all studied? Have you all completed that portion? So please study daily's portion, okay students? Please don't waste time. Again and again I am telling, please don't waste time, okay? So welcome to our today's online class students. So now we are studying about chapter 9. So what's the title of our chapter? List, tuples, sets and dictionary. Okay. So this chapter is a somewhat big chapter. Okay. So now we are studying about list. So today I will complete list. And so if it possible means we can start tuples also today. Okay. So please listen carefully. Okay. So listen. So last class we have studied about, so we have studied one program, I think it's in list, isn't it? So today we have studied lot of programs using list. Okay. So what's the first program means? So in this program, read the question, write a program to define a list of countries that are a member of BRICS. Check whether the country is one. So here in a list they have given some name of some countries. Okay. So in a list they have given name of some countries. So listen. So inside the list you have given name of some countries. Okay. So you are going to find. So you are entering some name of some countries. You are going to find whether this country is belonging to this BRICS or not. Okay. So listen. First, so you are going to create a list. What do you mean by list? List always contain elements enclosed within square brackets and separated using commas, isn't it? So what's the name of the list here? So what's the name of the list here? Country. So country is the name of the list. So inside the list, how many countries you have given? 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. 5 name of the countries given. What are the name? India, Russia, Sri Lanka, Chennai and Brazil. Okay. So in your question they have asked, so you are entering some country. You are going to find whether the country is present inside this list or not. Okay. Listen. So for that, they are using one function called isMember. What do you mean isMember? So already you have studied is and not in. Isn't it? In and not in. Same meaning only. Okay. Whether it is present or not. That says. So they are giving one name called isMember. For your identification only they have given the name as isMember. Okay. So inside the input of function you are entering the name of the country. Okay. What's the input you are giving? Enter the name of the country. So here you are you are running the program. You are going to entering any name of the country. So it will find, so you are by entering the name, that name is present in this country or not. Understand? So listen, for that, so you are using which function? Is. Or, so same already you remember function, isn't it? In or not in. Same meaning, okay? So, what's the use of in and not in? It means available. Not in means not available. So listen, same only here also using in and not in. So inside the if condition, so you are checking, you are entering some name of the country, isn't it? So whether the country is present in this list. So if where you are entering the name of the country in the variable isMember, isn't it? So you are checking if isMember in country. What's the meaning? So you are entering some name of the country here, whether that's name of the country in country. What's the meaning? You are entering some name of the country, whether the name of that country is present in inside the list country. Understand or not? You are entering some name of the country here. So whether that name is present inside the list country. Okay, that one you are going to check. So listen, understand, if isMember, this variable you are entering. So far if you are getting confused means you can use any other variable. A means A, no problem. If you are using here A means if A in this country. Understand? So if it is present means what output you need to display? This entering the variable that country is the member of BRICS. Already in a question they are giving whether this country belong to BRICS or not. So you have given the message is a display messages member is the entering country is the member of BRICS. Else if your entering country is not available in the list country means you need to display the messages is not a member of BRICS. Understand the program? So in this program first you are going to create one list called country. So in that country you are entering some, so already you are in the list you have lot of names of the country. So next you are going to enter some name of the country. Next you are going to check whether the name of the country is presented in list or not. For that which function you are using? Inside if condition you are using in function, in and not in function. Understand? Understand or not? Yes. Then see the output. Now you are run the program. What output you will get? First thing. So enter the name of the country. First you are entering the name of the country is India. So whether India is present in the list? Whether India is present in the list or not? Yes. So what output you will get? So it will check whether the India, that is you are entering the name of the country here, India. So which variable is member? So is member in country. With what's the value of is member now? India. India is present in country. Yes, India is presented in the country. So what output you will get is the India. What variable you are entering? What country? India is the member of BRICS. Understand? Okay. Next output. So another one country you are entering, Japan. Whether the Japan is present here? No. So what output you will get? Japan is not a member of BRICS. So understand the program? So understand or not? So this is the program to display. So whether displaying country, whether the you are entering country is the member of BRICS or not. Here which function you are using is in and not in function. Understand? Yes. So next program is to read 6 subject marks. Okay. So you are going to enter 6 subjects marks. Next, and also you are going to make total for the subjects. Okay. So what are the things you are entering? You are going to enter 6 subject marks as well as you are going to find the total for 6 subjects. Understand? So for that, first you are going to create an empty list. Okay. For the first you are going to create which list? Empty list. Okay. So empty list. What's the symbol used for empty list? Simply a square bracket. Okay. So what's the name of the list here? What's the name of the list? Marks. Okay. So what's the name of the list here? Marks. So listen. So inside the marks you are not entering any marks now. So initially whether you will enter any marks? No. So initially you are creating an empty list called marks. Okay. Next line, see. Subjects. Next list. What's the next list name? Subjects. So in that list you have created 6 subjects name. So what are the subjects you are studying? Same subject they have given. So what are they? Tamil, English, Physics, Chemistry, Computer Science and Maths. Okay. So 2 lists you have created. What are the name of the list? Marks as well as subjects. So marks list is a empty list. So initially there is no marks inside the list. Okay. Next is list you have created subject. So inside the subject list you have created 6 subjects. Okay. So listen. Next you need to enter the marks for each subject. Isn't it? So next you need to enter the marks for each subject. For that, so you are going to create a variable called I. Okay. So which variable you are going to create? Variable called I. So for I in range of 6. What's the meaning range of 6? You need to enter the marks for 6 subjects. Isn't it? So range of 6. That means 0 to 5. Always the range of function loss value take n minus 1. So 0 to 5. So totally 6 subjects. Okay. Next step is you are going to enter the mark for each subject. Okay. So listen. For that you are going to create a variable called m. Okay. M. So mark is of data type. Which data type marks? Int. So int, inside that input of function enter mark. So you are going to enter the mark in the input of function. Okay. Next step. Listen. So next you are entering the marks here. So how many marks you will get enter here? Range of 6. So how many times? 6 subjects mark you are going to enter here. For that only they are giving range of function up to 6 subject marks. What's the next step thing and say? 6 subject marks you have entered. So all the marks you need to store in the list called what? Marks. Isn't it? For that, so which list you need to store? Already you have created a list called marks. So initially the list is an empty, isn't it? But now you are entering the mark here. So first mark, enter mark 1. Then enter mark 2. Likewise 6 marks you are entering. Then each time the marks need to store in marks list. So for that which function you need to use? Each time the marks will get added to the last which function? Up and off. So this marks dot where you need to store in the list? Marks. So marks dot which function? Up and off. Understand? So don't mug up the program. Please understand and study. Otherwise surely you will get forget. So inside the list marks dot you are going to add the values each time. That means entering the value mark 1, mark 2, mark 3. Like up and off you are entering the marks in which variable? M. So each time entering the marks need to get up and to the list marks off. Understand? Understand or not? Yes. Next thing. So now you have entered the mark. Next, what's the next step? You are going to find the total. For that, listen. Next, you are going to create this loop over for loop. Next you are going to create for j in another one variable. Already you have created a variable called I. So next time you are going to create another one variable called j. So for what? Taking total for each subject mark. Okay. So for that, first you need to find the length of the marks. For example, you are going to add 5 numbers. So first initially you will know there are 5 numbers is there. Then only you can add 5 numbers. 2 numbers means initially you should know 2 numbers. Likewise, here 6 subject marks is there means initially you need to find length. What do you mean by length? Total length is 6. So that's all. Okay. So for that, another one variable for j in range of, you are going to find the length of the list. For length of the list, which function you should use? Len of the list name marks. Okay. Next step, you are going to add each subject marks. Okay. So for that, you are giving format of function. So what is a format of function? So each value you can store inside the curly braces. So as well as expressions you can give inside the format of function. Understand? Listen. So first you need to enter the subject mark. Next you need to first you need to enter name of the subject. Next mark. Isn't it? First you need to enter name of the subject. Next mark. Then you need to find the total. For that, listen. Print of what's the first thing defines? See, name of the subject. Understand? First thing, name of the subject. Next, what's the next step? Mark. You need to enter the mark. Third one, you need to enter the total marks. Understand what's the use of 3 curly braces? First thing, you need to enter name of the subject, Tamil. Then, what's a mark? Tamil equal to some mark. Then, sum. So, at last, you will find no sum. Understand? So, 3 curly braces is there. So, you should give inside the format of 3 variables. Or 3 things you need to mention. So, listen, format of function, format of j1 plus. What's the meaning of j plus? That means you are going to enter the marks here. That means first mark, second mark, third. J plus. That means each time the marks needs to get added. That means first mark you have entered 95. Then J2. Next mark. What's the next mark? 98. Then J3. Third mark. Then J4. Likewise, each time it will get incremented. Understand? That's the use of J plus. Then, what are the things you need to enter first? Subjects. That is the subjects here. It will enter subjects mark, then marks. Understand? So, now you are going to print the sum of the marks. Okay, for that another one print statement you are giving total marks equal to sum of marks. So, you need to find. So, already you have stored all the things in the list. So, already all the marks are there in list. So, which one you need to sum? Sum of this list. Understand? Understand or not? So, in this program, you are going to find the sum of 6 subjects. Okay, for that, first you are creating a empty list marks. So, initially there is no marks is there. Next, you are going to create another one list called subjects. There you are entering 6 subjects name. Next, you each time the subject mark need to get entered. This is 6 times you need to enter. For that, you are giving inside the for loop. For that, you are creating one variable called I. So, how many marks you need to enter? 6 subjects. So, range inside the range of function you are giving number 6. Okay. Next, you are going to entering the mark. For that, you are creating a variable called m. So, mark is of data type int. So, in input, enter mark. So, how many times it will enter? 6 times. Next, each time the marks need to get add to the, that means added at the last to the list. So, that marks dot, what's the name of the list? Marks. So, each time you need to adding the values to the marks. So, marks dot append of which variable you are entering? M. So, append of M. Next, you are going to total, isn't it? For that, so you need to find the length of the mark. So, another one loop you are creating, for loop. Inside that, another one variable called j in range of, there you are already giving enter the mark 6, but you are going to find the length of the marks. Okay, next you are going to take sum. So, for sum, so in format of function you are giving, so format of function, each time the marks need to get increment, that means 6 times. First it will represent, first curly brace represent subject, the name of the subject, the second curly brace represent marks entered, third one sum. Now you can run the program, see the output, how you are getting the output. See, first enter mark, so first mark, then enter mark, likewise how many times it will execute? 6 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. So 6 times over. Then, okay, so 6 marks you are entering. Next, print total marks. Total marks means total marks equal to how many marks you have entered, same mark it will display. That means first it will display subject, so Tamil mark. Okay, so subject you need to enter. Okay, name, what's the subject? First subject. For that only inside format of function they are giving subjects of j. What's the first subject? Tamil. So Tamil mark. Okay, so mark you are entering. Then next subject English mark, second mark, like this physics mark. For that only you are giving inside the format subjects of j. First it should enter the subject Tamil. Next it will enter the mark stored in this list. So first, what's the first subject? Tamil mark. The first list here storing the marks. So all the things it will display. At last, what you are going to find? Total marks. So all the sum it will display as the result. Understand the program? This program is very, very important. Okay. So one time read it now. So while I am explaining, you feel it is very easy to study. But at last, you are studying altogether, you feel very tough to study. Please one time read it. Otherwise, surely you will get forget. Okay. So each and every programs are very, very important and also very easy. Only if you are understanding and studying means it is very easy. Okay. Have you read the program? Okay, next program. Listen. So next program is, so in like a shopping mall, one shopping mall is there. Okay. So in a shopping mall, you are going to purchase 5 items. Okay. So you are going to purchase how many items? 5 items. And also you are going to display the prices of all items. For example, you are purchasing 5 items. So for that 5 item, you need to display the prices for 5 items, as well as the product for each item. So how many 5 items you are taking means 5 items product. That means multiplication values, as well as you need to find the average of all prices. Average how much you are going to purchase. Okay, listen. So here also first you are going to create one empty list called items of. Okay, what's the first name of the list? Items are, that is the empty list. So inside the items there is no element is there. First you are not entering any element. Next thing, listen. Product of, what's the meaning product? So how many products you are going to purchase? You need to take product for each element. Okay. So initially first product, that means only one product they have given. Initial value they are setting as a product equal to 1. Okay. Next. So in a question they have given. So this program needs to read prices for 5 items. How many items need to read the prices? For 5 items. Okay. For that you are going to create one loop. What loop? For loop. So what variable? For loop means immediately you know you will create a variable I or x, that already you know. So for I in range of 5 items. So you need to give the range 5. Understand? So next what they ask? So each item you need to display the price, isn't it? For that, so you are inside the print of function using format of function. Okay, listen. enter price for item. First, one list you are creating is empty list inside the item. There is no element is there. Next, the product. Initially, the setting the product value is a 1. Next, you are going to entering the price for each items. Okay, for that, you are creating one loop called for loop inside. So, you are giving in the range 5. So, you are going to enter the price for 5 items. So, only in the range of 5. Listen, in print of you are giving enter price for item. Listen, inside the format of function I plus 1. What's the meaning I plus 1? So, enter price for item 1. Then enter price for item 2. Then enter price for item 2. Till it will execute, enter the price for item 5. Whether it will execute enter item price for item 6? No. So, because you are giving the range of value till 5. Understand? That's the meaning of this one. Each time it will get incremented till the value 5. Understand? Yes. Next, you need to enter the price for each item, isn't it? So, you need to give input. For that, another one variable you are going to create P. What's the use of this variable? So, here see the output enter price item 1, item 2, item 3. So, it will display like this. So, you need to enter these values, isn't it? So, the value of data type in. For that, you are going to create a variable called what? P. Okay. So, int input of function. Understand? So, what are the inputs you are giving? That input will go to here. Next. So, all the things need to store in which list? This items, how many number of items you are in, what are the values you are entering inside the item, all the things need to store in where? The list called items. Okay. For that, items dot. So, each time the values need to get added to the list. Which function? Up and off. So, value you are entering in where? P. So, up and off P. So, in this list, for example, first value 5. Then next one 10. So, each time the value, what are the values you are entering here? The value will get up and to the list item. Understand now? Yes. Similar to the last program only. Next, you are going to find the price for each item. Okay. So, you are going to display the price for each item as well as you are going to find the product and sum for each item. Product, price and average for each item. Okay. For that, so what's the first step? So, their last program you have to take sum for all the things. So, for that, first you need to find the length of the list. Likewise, another one loop you are giving for j in range of, you are going to find the length of the list. How many items you are entering. So, what's the name of the function to find the length? len of. What's the name of the list? Items. Okay. Next, you are going to enter the price for each item in rupees. Okay. Next, you are going to enter the price for each item in rupees. So, listen, inside the printf statement, price for item. That means price for item 1. Then, price for item 2. Price for item 3. Till it will execute how many items? 5. So, already you have given range till 5. So, equal to rupees, first item, 5, 10, like that. Okay. Understand what is the format of function? So, here you are going to enter price for item 1, item 2 till 5. Likewise, you are going to enter how many items you are giving. That much of time it will get increment. So, that much of time it will get increment means, so you are giving inside which function? Format of which variable needs to get incremented? J plus 1. Understand what's the meaning of j plus 1? This is the item you are giving in variable j. That means price for item 1. That's the first thing. Then price for item 2, j plus 2. Then price for item 3, j plus 3. Likewise, it will execute 5. Then items dot j. What's the meaning? Rupees. So, how many? 5 items means 5 rupees you need to enter here. Understand? Yes. In the question, next they are asked to find product for each items. Okay. So, product, listen, this is the formula. Product equal to product into items of the, that means entering what are the values, what are the rupees you are entering here. That one you need to going to calculate the product. Understand? So, you are going to calculate the product of items. So, for that you are creating a variable product equal to product into product, initial product is 1 into, so how many values you are entering here, that values you are going to take product, that is multiplication. Understand product? Product equal to product into items of, what's the meaning? How many values you are entering here, that things you need to, these two things you are going to take product or multiplication. Okay. In question, what are the things they have asked to find? To find the product, sum as well as average. Understand? So for that, in the printout statement, first they are going to find sum of all prices. So all the things are stored in where? In item list, isn't it? So sum of all prices equal to, the prices also always written with extension rupees, RS. So rupees. So you need to sum all the items, solve all the values present in the element. So all the values present in the list item. So sum of items. Then product. So product already you have calculated in the which variable? Product. So equal to calling product. So average, to find the average of all prices, you need to divide sum divided by product. Okay, what's the formula? Average of all prices, sum. Total sum divided by total length of the items. Okay, so sum of all items divided by total length. Total length means 5. So somewhat tough only. Please understand and study. Once more I am telling. So first you are going to create. So what's the question? Actually you are going to purchase 5 things. So and also you are going to purchase 5 things, and also you are going to enter the prices for all the 5 things, and also you are going to find a sum, product as well as average. Okay, for that initially you are creating a list called item. So initially there is no elements are there, so empty list. Next you are going to find the product. Initial value was setting as a 1. Okay, so first what's the next step? For example, you will take when you are going to a shopping mall, you will purchase some item. You will take some things from the shopping mall. What's the next step? You will see what's the price of the item. Likewise, next you need to enter the price for each item. For that you are creating which loop? For loop. For loop, inside the for loop you are creating a variable called I. So how many items in question they have given? 5. So in the range of 5. So each time you are going to enter price of item 1, item 2. So each time it needs to get increment the value till 5. For that each time which value? I plus 1. So the value you are entering in a number. So that int of which function? Input of function. So each time the value to get added to the list item. So items dot append of. So next you are going to display the item price of the item in rupees. Okay. So for that next loop, for loop in variable j. Next you are going to find in the range of function length of the list. Okay. What's our name of the function to find the length of the list? Len of. Next you are going to display the price of the things in rupees. So price of item in rupees. So each time the price of item needs to get increment. Item 1, item 2 till 5. So each time the values needs to get stored in which way? List items dot j. Next you are going to find the product of elements. So see the product. What's the formula? Product into, so this into this. So sum means you need to sum of these items. So product already you have calculated. So you should display the variable product. So next average means sum of this item divided by length. So for example 5 things you are entering means divided by the length is 5. Understand? So see the output here. So see the output. So you are executing the program. What output you will get? The first enter price for item. So item 1. Next item 2, item 3, item 4, item 5. P equal to in input of function. Each time you are entering the values. 5, 10, 15 likewise 5 values you are entering. Next price for each item. It will display in rupees. So price for item 1, item 2, j plus 1 likewise 5. So each time you are displaying the values in rupees. So this will stored in the list items of. So next sum of prices. So sum of all the values. So adding all the values you will get the result is 75. Next product of all prices. Value is product into items. So all the elements you need to multiply. Average. So the total value divided by 55. Understand? Understand the program? Somewhat tough only. Please understand and study. Okay. This are all very very important programs. Yes. Listen. So next program is you are going to calculate number of employees earning more than 1 lakh per annum. Okay. So in a company is there. So in a company lot of employees are there. But so each employees have monthly salaries, isn't it? So you are going to calculate among the employees how many employees are getting salary more than 1 lakh per year. Okay. What's the aim of your program? So you are going to calculate how many employees are getting more than 1 lakh per year. So per year, more than 1 lakh, if the employee getting salary means you need to calculate first monthly salary. If you know the monthly salary means only you can able to calculate for 12 months, isn't it? So 1 year means how many months will be there? 12 months. If 1 month salary you have find out means you can easily find out for 1 year salary, isn't it? Listen. So you need to use count of function. What's the meaning of count of function? So it will count the values in the list. That means count of function will count the repeated values in the list. So what's the question here? How many employees will get? 1 lakh per annum. Okay. That means more than 5 employees or 6 employees. So you need to count. That means similar values. So employees 1 lakh, like it's 5 employees means it will count the 5. Okay. So for that you are using count of function. Initially the value is 0. So initially if you are starting the program, your value is 0. Okay. Next, you are going to enter the number of employees. So number of employees, what's the data type? In. So in input of enter number of employees. Okay. Next. So next you are going to print number of employees you are storing in which variable? N. For example, number of employees 5, 6, 7. Likewise you can enter. Okay. Next you are going to print the how many number of employees you are entering. That thing you are entering the variable N. Okay. So a number of employees you have entered. Next, what's the next thing? You need to find the salary of each employee. For that, initially you are creating one list called salary of, empty list. Okay, initially. Next, so listen, for that you are going to create a loop called for loop in which variable I. So in range of number of how many employees you are entering, that much of employees you need to find the salary. For example, here you are entering 5 means 5 employees salary. 10 means 10 employees. Likewise, it need to come means, so in the range of n. Understand why here you are entering a range of n? So number of employees, how many number of employees you are entering, that much of employees you need to find the salary. For that only you are giving range of n. Because in a question, they have not mentioned only this much of employees you need to find the salary. Okay, how many number of employees? Understand? So for that, in previous questions and all, already they have given 5 items, 10 students. So only you have mentioned the numbers here, but in your questions, they have not mentioned numbers. From the employees you need to find. All the employees you are entering the variable n. So you are entering the variable n here. Understand? Yes. Next you need to find the monthly salary. For that you are doing print. Enter monthly salary of employee. Okay. In format of function. What says the format of function? I plus 1. Employee 1. Employee 2. Employee 3. Likewise each time it will get increment. So this value need to store in. So you are entering the salary in data type integer number. So for that you are creating another variable called s equal to input of function. Similar only. Okay. Last program likewise only. Next. Each time you are entering the values here. Isn't it? For example, first employee salary 50,000. So that value 50,000. Next time 20,000. Each time the value will be stored in where salary needs to store in salary list. So salary dot each time the value needs to store no. For that which function? Up and off. So where you are entering the variable, entering the salary, yes. So up and off, yes. Understand? So next, so you are going to calculate the annual salary. For calculating annual salary, first you need to know monthly salary, isn't it? So already you have entered the monthly salary here. Next, all the salaries you have entered in the salary list. What's the next step? You need to find the length of the list. For that, another one loop called for loop, another one variable you are going to create, which variable j. In range of, so what's the length of the list? Length of how many salaries you are entering? 5 salary means 5. 6 means 6. Okay. So length of salary. So 1 month salary only you are entering here. But in your question they asked to find out an annual salary. Annual salary means 1 year. So 1 year how many months will be there? 12 months. So listen, to calculating annual salary equal to, you are entering the variable here, where you are entering the values or in where you are entering the salary. So where you have stored the values of salary list, isn't it? So salary, so which variable you are going to calculate the length of the salary? J. Understand? So salary dot j, that means first index value. Salary of 0, salary of 1, salary of 2, salary of 3, salary of 4. Likewise, each salary will into 12. Understand? So you are storing the values for 1 month, but you are going to calculate for annual salary. So you need to calculate into 12. Understand? Next. So next you need to print the values. Annual salary of employee. That means annual salary of employee 1, employee 2, employee 3. Okay? In rupees. Okay? For that, each time it needs to increment means inside the format of function into group j plus 1, employee 1, employee 2, employee 3. Till it will how much employees you are giving, till much you need to give the salary in rupees. For that you are giving annual salary of. Understand? Listen. So in your question, they asked to find how many employees are scoring getting above 1 lakh salary. Isn't it? For that condition, if, so already you have calculated annual salary, isn't it? If annual salary greater than or equal to 1 lakh. 1 lakh and greater than 1 lakh means count equal to count plus 1. What's the meaning? What's this of count of function? It will count the similar values. That means 1000, how many members? For means 5 members is there means first time 1. Then second 1 plus 1 2. Then third time 2 plus 1 3. Fourth time 5 times. Each time the value will get incremented. So next time that one you are giving in print out statement. So how many number of employees? That means 5 employees. Maybe 5 employees. Out of how total number of employees. That means 5 employees. For example, I am telling 5 employees out of 10 employees are earning more than rupees 1 lakh per annum. Likewise, you are displaying one result. For that, so which function you need to call for this one? Count of. So where the employees you are entering in the variable? N. So where you are entering the values for the employees? Here N. Understand? So somewhat tough only, please understand and study. So you are going to count the number of employees earning more than 1 lakh. For that, first you are giving count initially 0. Then you are entering number of employees. Next you are going to display how many number of employees. So total number of employees displaying the variable N. Next you are going to display the salary for each employees. For that initially you are going to create a list name called salary. Okay. So inside the range of function you are giving. So you need to enter the monthly salary for the each employee. So each time the value get the increment, isn't it? So monthly salary of employee 1, 2. So each time it will need to get increment means the value needs to plus 1. So you are entering the value in int of function. So inside the input of function you are giving int. So each time the salary you are entering, no, that needs to get added to the which one? So added to the list salary. So append of variable yes. Okay. So likewise next you are going to calculate the length of the list. So length of which one? List salary of. Okay. Already you have calculated monthly salary. Next you are going to calculate for annual salary. So that value into 12. Next thing you are going to find out how many employees are getting more than 1 lakh salary. So each time the count needs to get incremented. Understand? So see this output. First it will in the input of function in the number of employees. So a number of employees 5 you are entering. So employee 1. So you are entering some likewise 5 employees you are entering the salary. So see annual salary. So see the last output. So 2 employees out of 5 employees are earning more than 1 lakh. Understand? Likewise you need to get the output means likewise you need to write the program. Understand? So next thing. So listen, next we are going to study a program for creating the range list of numbers from 1 to 10. Okay, already you have studied this program. So you are going to create a list of numbers range from 1 to 10. So and you are going to delete from the list, you are going to delete even numbers from the list. Understand? You are going to create a list of numbers from 1 to 10. Sorry, 1 to 10. Yes, 1 to 10 means in the range you need to give 1, 11. And also you are going to delete so even numbers from the list. Okay. So listen, for that first you are creating an empty list. What the name of the list? Num of. Okay. What's the name of the list you are giving? Num of. Next you are going to create a numbers from range 1 to 10. So 1 to 10 means numbers you need to create 1, 11. So last number always minus 1. 11 minus 1, 10, isn't it? So for variable, in which variable you are creating? X. In range of 1, 11. So each time the value need to get add to the list. So which list? Num. So num dot append of. So each time the value need to get add means which one? Which function? Append of. So which variable it need to get add? X. Understand? Next you are going to print the numbers, list of numbers 1 to 10. So inside the print statement you are giving the list of numbers from 1 to 10. So where you have stored the numbers 1 to 10 in the list? Num. So that list you need to display at the output. Understand? Next, listen. You are going to delete, in a question they ask, you are going to delete the even numbers from the list, isn't it? For that, so index value you are going to find. For index, for that another round, for index I, in enumerate of num. Okay, that means that index value, from that index value you are going to find the index and delete the even numbers. That is enumerate of num. Okay, listen. If what condition? Even numbers means what's the condition? Particular number is divided by 2 means that number we are saying as an even. So already you are giving I percentage is double equal to 0. What's the meaning? Already you have stored the numbers in the list num of. So you are going to enumerate. So if even numbers means I percentage, that means number is divided by 2 means you need to delete the number from the index value. For example, if the even number is present in index, the numbers is stored in which one? List num. So the index value, num index, the second value is even number means that number will get deleted. Then third index means that also get deleted. Likewise, you are going to delete the numbers present in the list num of. Based on the index value, you are going to delete the even numbers. Understand? Next. So next you are going to display the, next you are going in the print statement, list after deleting even number. So after, so all the even numbers get deleted. Then the remaining numbers are stored in which list? Num of. Okay. So listen, see the output. First it will display the list of numbers from 1 to 10. So 1 to 10. So already you are given the range of 11. 11 means last number n minus 1. So 11 minus 1, 10. So tell. So see the next, the list after deleting even numbers. So all the even numbers get deleted. So what are the numbers only with there? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 will get deleted. Remaining numbers 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 is there. Understand? Very easy program. So this is all important. Okay, you are entering in the range 1, 11. Each time the value to be append to the list. Then you need to enter the range of numbers. The numbers are stored in the list num. Next you are going to delete the even numbers from the list. So for that you are giving based on which one you are going to delete. So delete a function always will delete based on the index value. So for index I in, that means deleting enumerate of this one. Then so even numbers means what's the formula? Particular number is divided by 2. If 2 means you need to delete the particular index value, then remaining things are displayed as a output. Understand? So one more program is there, Fibonacci series. That one next class we can continue. So time is not there. So okay. So play what are many programs you have studied. All the programs are very tough, that I know. Please after completion of this session, study at least 3 programs. So at least study 3 programs. Please study and write and see in your computer notebooks. Okay. So thank you students. Remaining. So only one program is there for in list. Then next class we can continue tuples. Okay. So thank you students. Thank you.